Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Enthador. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dwarf Fortress version 0.42, and we are the fortress of Sandpillar. And this is kind of a silly reason to do an episode, but hey, whatever. We have been granted a barony. Merit deserves a reward, and the liaison from the Mountainlands has come empowered to establish Sandpillar as an official land of the realm. So we need to find out who should be our recommended Baron, I guess. So I already have kind of an idea of who I want. I want our militia commander, because I believe that the fact that they are so covered with death, I suppose, that they don't care about anything anymore, that makes them a good noble, because they don't care if you give them their demands or not, so they're not likely to tantrum or have any problems. But more especially, the whole purpose of Sandpillar is that it's a military outpost to basically have the mangy spider attack Sandpillar instead of attacking more vulnerable targets closer to the homeland of the Oaken Flags. And that being the case, it would make sense for our noble in charge, for the Baron, to be a military leader. So, anyway, that's Fulgar, and you can't see any of this. Fulgar would actually be a Baroness. Let's see if we can pull this over here. Alright. What I just want to look at is I want to see the things that Fulgar likes. Okay, rings, barrels, dresses, warhammers. Can we maybe make this, does it get bigger? Alright. So yeah, so basically rings, so she might request that we produce barrels, rings, dresses, or warhammers. This could be a problem, simply because she might forbid the export of rings. And I don't know if rings are trade goods like crafts or not. They definitely could be. Dresses, that's fine. We can produce dresses. We actually probably need to anyways. The clothes of our dwarves is probably rotting off them as we speak. Warhammers, why not? You could always use more warhammers. And if they forbid the export of either of those two things, that would be fine with me. I wouldn't mind at all. Barrels, I'm never going to export, and we could always use more barrels. The only problem with barrels happens if we run out of wood, but I'll always save some, and maybe they'll count rock pots as a barrel in this instance. So rings is the only thing I really have to worry about, I think. Favorite color is lemon. Is lemon a color? Huh. The Tulip of Festivals is her favorite dance. So I think I'm going to go with Fulgar. I think I'm going to go good student. Let's see. She does crack easily under pressure. She's very proud. She's a bit closed-minded. She is low on the friendliness scale. Single-minded. She is not cruel. She often acts with compassion, which is good. She sees friendship as one of the finer things in life. You know what? Why not? I mean, she might not be perfect. She might be a little stressed out, but as a Marks Dwarf, she's not going to really have to worry about being injured or killed. But she will defend our fortress. So I think I'm going to go with Fulgar. Again, purely because this is a military fortress, and it requires a military commander. Okay, I have some recommendations. The Fulgar Gore Smash. Okay, the latest news from Rooterbridged is that a year ago the site was conquered by the mangy spider. The latest news from Released Fortress is that a year ago that site was also conquered by the mangy spider. And the latest news from Foresthaim is that a year ago, that site was conquered by the Mangy Spider. And a week ago, Izum Dip Stockades became mayor of the Vault of Indignation, replacing Godin Pearl Anvil. And also a year ago, Ilral Wayne Nield became mayor of the Swords of Fire, replacing Cadol Mischief Lens. So we've already lost 3 more. So I'm beginning to believe the people who are saying that yet another aspect of this game is bugged, and that is that goblins just go on conquering sprees and conquer everything. And not only do the dwarves not defend themselves, but they never counterattack. Now, I don't know if that's working as designed, but it's starting to kind of piss me off. I mean, I just want to see something like there was a successful defense of whatever, or we took the goblin stronghold of whatever. I'm really kind of bothered that it's just an endless string of goblins taking over everything. Alright, let's just get a ton of leather. And you know what we're going to get, folks? We're going to get some silk cloth. A lot of it. Alright, perfect. Wood, a lot of it. We don't need metal bars or gems. Seeds. Definitely plump helmets. Definitely pigtails. We're running out of pigtail seeds for some reason. And sweet pods. I don't care about the rest. Ammo, why not? We can make our own bolts, but we can always use more. And we're fine with pets. Drinks are always fine, even though we produce them ourselves. Gypsum plaster for casts is a big deal. Let's just take a bunch of meat. Some fish. Definitely some garden vegetables. Gotta get our vegetables. Alright, and what I really need now is all this stuff. Lye especially, because we need soap, since we're losing people to tavern brawls, which is ridiculous. Oh, we need, you know what, we need yarn, because one of our guys right now is about to die from needing yarn. So let's go with yarn cloth and yarn thread. And I think we're good. Thank you, sir. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Yep, thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you. What do you guys want? Blocks? Powder? Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but you're just getting crafts. Oh, look, bracelets. That's pretty good. Bracelets are good. Alright, yes, our fortunes rise and fall together. I agree. Alright, so there he is. He's not quite gone crazy. He needs rough gems, tanned hides, yarn cloth, and rock. So we should have all that. Yeah, we have plenty of rough gems. So we just need the yarn. God, we're running out of furniture storage, though. Maybe I can make this some more furniture storage here. I mean, these rough gems aren't really taking up that much space, so I can clear this out and make it all furniture storage, like I did here with the cut gems. But anyway, you know what, folks? We need to profile a dwarf. We're almost 10 minutes in here. So let's go... the randomizer? 112. That is Swain Forkbeard. Okay, oop, nope, I don't want that. There he is. Swain is... I can't tell what he's doing. Damn it. Swain is unassigned, however. And Swain has a chest and a cabinet. Swain is the husband of Leviathan TM, the father of Coldnar, and 3 children in our fortress, Kumil, Eton, and Nil, and the son of Reinhard. Finally, we're starting to get larger families. Okay, a bunch of random aunts and uncles that aren't in the fortress. And that's it. On friendly terms with Pinkie Pie. Who is Thena Danapska. Apparently not in the fortress, but that does not seem like a dwarven name. Friendly terms with a lot of folks. Okay. I'm doing alright. That's good. He didn't feel anything after seeing a beak dog die. Yes. Most of our fort, all they've done is witness death, so they just don't really care. He was delighted after watching a performance. That's pretty typical. Sad at being away from loved ones. Bitter after getting into an argument. However, he's done that twice, it looks like, but if you look at his relationships, he doesn't have any enemies or people he doesn't like. Interested in fine tables and fine seats. Let's see here. He's 35 years old. And what does he like? Ash, glaze, bronze, blue garnet, giant warthog hoof, giant sloth parchment, the color sky blue, maces, rings, splints, blizzard men for their icicle teeth. That's one I haven't seen before. That's pretty cool. The words of the style of pregnancy and the sight of the flower of euphoria. When possible, he prefers to consume blood amaranth beer and rope reed seeds. He absolutely detests purring maggots. Cool. So we're in the process of driving a bunch of stuff to the merchants. Is the fireman is still around. Okay. So I'm not really doing much activity down in the magma floor until that fireman gets taken care of. Although I am trying to clear this out. Why is no one clearing it out? Maybe because they're too busy stocking the merchants area with goods and also bringing in all the gore and stuff from outside. But I do have all of these guys set to dump, as you can see here. So at some point, someone should be dumping them. Let's add this to the... so that way I can start getting my stockpile set up and all that good stuff. Alright, yep, they're bringing a bunch of stuff. You can see there's really very few idlers. It alternates between 2 and about 10. Alright, one of our miners is just hanging out in the inn, that's Sheldor. Why are you doing that, Sheldor? Let me just make sure I've got this correct here. Q. Yeah. So actually, this is Tal Sushatham's, the human swordsman's room. And it's definitely assigned to our tavern, so Sheldor is maybe having an illicit liaison with the human? I can't imagine any other reason why he'd be in there. Scandal. And he is just hanging out, too. What are you doing? Socializing with himself. Awesome. You know, talking to yourself is the first sign that something might be wrong. Although, what do I know, right? My whole hobby on YouTube is basically talking to myself. Technically, yes, I'm talking to you guys, but my neighbors don't know that. They think I'm just sitting in here holding large, elaborate conversations with myself about dying goblins and crossbows and stuff. I'm surprised the cops haven't been called. And it looks like they're not even ready yet. Looks like they haven't even unloaded their wagons. It does appear, though, that we're done bringing stuff up to them. So let's get Lysedwin up here anyway. I don't normally like to show trading, because I think it's kind of boring. But, you know, you might enjoy it just once in a while. Let's trade. Alright, cool. So let's just quickly go through what we want here. We definitely want the coke, the charcoal, the potash, definitely. The pearlash is, I don't know, pearl ash, not pearlash, but we definitely need that to make clear glass. I know we have plenty of charcoal and coke, but, you know, why not have more? It's pretty cheap. Potash for fertilization purposes. And that's it? That's all you brought me? Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well, let's go to the wood. Definitely oak, cedar, hazel, blah, 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 all of it. I will take all of the wood, my good sir. They didn't even bring that much of that. What kind of merchants are you? You guys are terrible. Do I want more instruments? No, I think I have plenty of instruments. I have plenty of dogs and chickens. I need more of that. Alright, definitely we need some alcohol. And milk. Milk is fine too. All the alcohol and milk we can get. Oh, and lye. Definitely want lye. Okay. Beer. Beer is good. And that's it with that, too. Wow, these merchants didn't bring crap. Alright, moving along. Just a bunch of stuff we don't want. And now we're into bags, so that means seeds. And gypsum plaster. Definitely want some gypsum plaster. Pigtails, definitely. Cave wheat, sure. Gypsum. I guess we'll get some rock nuts. Sweet pods, pigtail. Cave wheat. We don't need sand. We have plenty of that here, especially black sand. That's kind of our deal. Pigtail, sweet pod, cave wheat, sweet pod. I want to see more gypsum. There's some more gypsum, great. Plump helmets. And that's that. So let's go and get some leather. Skunk leather, best kind. Okay. Red panda. See, there's got to be a way to make this trading part a bit more streamlined. Like, I just want to say, just give me all the leather bins. Just give them all to me. Don't make me go and select each one and have to scroll down. Although maybe if I did a search for bin... Aha! Marcus. You magnificent bastard. Let's just take all of it. Hopefully there's some yarn in here. Alright. And let's go back to the search, actually, and do yarn. Okay, we're going to take all of the yarn. And hopefully our guy won't die. Alright, let's clear the search. And anything else that we need here? I don't want any parchment. I don't really care about any of that. I'm buying some books. I don't really know why. Just because I have nothing better to do, I suppose. But maybe some of you all can explain this to me, because I don't understand what the difference is between a codex and a book with a name. So far, I've only purchased books that have names. And unfortunately, they've all been copies. So not the original, I guess. But some of these codexes, like this one is native platinum bound. It's expensive. It's worth more than any other thing. So maybe a codex is something I want. I don't know. Do I want cheese? Sure, why not? Oh, you know what I want is vegetables. If they have any vegetables. I don't think they do though, right? Because I would have known. Nope, never mind. I'm like 0 for 3 in this episode. Everything I presume ends up being wrong. There's gotta be an easier way to do this too. It's annoying because you have to click enter twice. It's not enough just to click it. You have to then say, how many do you want? 0 to 5. I mean, who's gonna say, oh, you know, I only want 2 of those 5 cave lobsters. I mean, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Of course someone's gonna want to take all of them. It's only 10 dwarf bucks. So I don't understand why they make you go through all this rigmarole just to get some food. And you can probably hear me slamming down on the keys. I apologize for that. I'm just buying intestines. I get excited when I'm buying wild boar liver and dingo tripe. It's some yummy stuff. It's the good stuff. Prepared dingo brain. I mean, who doesn't want some prepared dingo brain? Alright, I'm thinking maybe this is enough food. Yeah, I don't want... Holy crap, look at all this stuff. Let's get another anvil. Why not? Alright. So this is all the stuff that we got from the siege. This is all the goblin clothes. So let's get rid of all this first. If nothing else, it'll help my FPS. All this large stuff that my dwarves can't wear anyway. Alright. Now we're into my stuff. One thing I do like about trading is you get to see if you've done anything kind of cool. Like, for instance, here is a siltstone figurine of Coldnar. Let's see what it's about. This is an exceptional siltstone figurine of Coldnar Blockade Saber. The item is an exceptionally designed image of Coldnar Blockade Saber, the dwarf, and a crown in siltstone by Olvar Stonesong. Stigazsilab. Coldnar is raising the crown. Okay, so that's kind of random. But yeah, it's a figurine of Coldnar raising a crown. So now children all over the world are going to have access to figurines of Coldnar. And Birdie Bot. Yeah, we'd expect that. A lot of Birdie Bot love in this fortress. Okay. More large crap we don't want. Let's keep the Uvis drum, because that's an instrument and we could probably use those. Alright, but still, even with our expert stonecrafters, the majority of the stuff is just crap. It doesn't really have anything to say about the history of our fortress or anything else. They're just random crowns and earrings. And oh, you know what? I should be taking a look here and see if rings are showing up here. Yeah, there's a slate ring up here. So theoretically, that might be forbidden for me to trade. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Might have to change over to mugs. Human bone ring. Let's get rid of those now while we can. Oh, here's one of Rob. Let's take a look at that. This is an exceptional siltstone figurine of Rob Smithswan. The item is an exceptionally designed image of Rob in siltstone by Gendrick. Rob is in a fetal position. The artwork relates to the dehydration of the dwarf Rob in the late spring of 152. Probably not the image that Rob wants to see sent across the world, but whatever. Toulon Tamesteel. That's not one of ours. Here's one. Superior quality slate figurine of Bengal Hairy Basement. Trust Fountain. Let's see. A Kiwi Leather Hood, also by Olvar Stonesong. Bengal is raising the Kiwi Leather Hood. The artwork relates to the masterful Kiwi Leather Hood created by the dwarf Bengal. I'm just assuming it's Bengal because it's been shrunken. Hairy Basement in 152. Neat. Alright, what's the profit? So the profit needs to be roughly about the value, in my opinion. It probably doesn't have to be, but I like it to be. Let's keep the drum. Let's get rid of all of our rings. Sooner the better, before they become hot property. Aerith Bust Whip. Sounds like an interesting person. And just so you folks know, if you aren't interested in trading, you can turn it off now. It's already 24 minutes in, so once this is done, that's when the episode ends. So if you don't want to look at any more particularly interesting items that we are trading, you're more than welcome to call it a night. Or morning, depending on when you're watching this, I suppose. What happened here? Considering a ring is basically a trade good, I couldn't imagine her saying not to trade any rings, but I guess anything is possible. Another thing is we have to now furnish those rooms and engrave them where we can, where the walls aren't built, and just make sure they are the most valuable. Kriegmeister. This is a superior quality slate figurine of Kriegmeister Merchant Lanced. Kriegmeister is holding Wealth's Revered, the iron crossbow. And this refers to the creation of Wells Revered in Sandpillar in 150 by Kriegmeister. Yeah, that should definitely be sent all across the world. Okay, Turin Tarambar. This is an exceptional slate figurine of Turin Tarambar, glaze braved. Let's see, the dwarves are refusing Turin Tarambar. Turin Tarambar looks confused. The artwork relates to the end of the membership of the dwarf Turin Tarambar in the Oaken Flags. What? Why did Turin Tarambar decide not to be an Oaken Flag? What? I mean, we are technically the flags of striking. Did he die? Like, what civilization would he have gone to? This is an exceptional siltstone figurine of Smith Masters Jr. And Engergzung Path Poison, the Frightful Urn of Malice, the Goblin, by Olvar Stonesong. The Goblin is striking down Smith Masters Jr. The artwork relates, of course, to the killing of the dwarf Smith Masters Jr. by the Goblin so-and-so, Frightful Urn of Malice, with an iron scourge in the early autumn of 153 during Lakatosp, the Furious Sieges. Alright, we're almost there, by the way, in terms of having enough value in what we're trading. Let's trade the crap. Let's get the crap out of here. Let's see if we have any more crap. Yep. Human tooth earring, don't want that. Oh, lots of crap here. It's an entire bin of crap. A dwarf tooth amulet? Yeah, we definitely want that. Let's go. Trade. I'm sure. He's ecstatic. That's good. Alright, so quickly, before we end the episode, I just want to look at Turin here. Tarambar. Family is the true bond that keeps society thriving. He is an ardent worshipper of Langud, which is good because we have a statue of Langud. He is a citizen of the Oaken Flags. He is a member of the Flags of Striking. He is a former member of the Orb of Jungles, and he is a former member of the Board of Trusses. He arrived at Kuganobak, which I don't say very often, but of course that is the dwarven name for Sandpillar, on the 13th of Slate in the year 153. I love that, how it tells you when they arrived. That's fantastic. But it doesn't say anything at all here about him no longer being a member of the Oaken Flags. So maybe it was a scandalous item. Maybe they have like beef with each other, and he designed the figurine to depict a scene that didn't actually happen in order to perhaps make the peoples of the world feel unhappy, I guess, toward Turin Tarambar. Maybe they're just like, oh man, Turin's a big jerk. Why did he leave our civilization? When in reality, he didn't at all. That's quite possible. And look, the kids are playing make-believe. Oh, someone told me that if you... Okay, Arcade Knight is listening to a story. Let's view the activity. In 23, the Radiant Honorable Cudgel of the Factional Saber founded Tome Singed. That's the story? Really? That's it? That sucks. I thought there'd be a little bit more information, like actually how they founded it and all that. But whatever. He's listening to a story. He's enjoying it. Life is good. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marcus Aurelius. We are now fully stocked with lots of good stuff. Hopefully by the next episode, I will have my magma floor all set up and ready for you to gaze in slack-jawed awe and wonder at. So once again, I'm Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.